So today we are going to discuss about articles. Articles is an important part of speech. It is as important as any other part of speech, for example, noun, verb, etc. So in a given sentence, we all understand that we usually have a noun, we have a verb, which would tell us about the action which the noun is performing. We can have certain other words, for example, adjective, which would describe the quality of the noun. We might have prepositions, and similarly, we also use articles. Now, most of us know that articles are a and the. These are the examples of the articles we usually use. However, we still tend to make mistakes in the correct application of articles. In certain sentences, we are required to use any of these three types of articles, but then there are scenarios where we do not even require any article. So this is what we are going to study today, how to use which article and when and where to apply any given article. So articles, the purpose of the articles is to define nouns. We all understand nouns, right? So nouns tell us about the subject, and nouns can be used for a name of a place, person or thing. Now your nouns are most of the times are used along with your articles. For example, I have a noun here, boy. It will be preceded by this article, which is a, right? So we all know that we will say a boy, but there may be a situation, maybe in any particular sentence, you might use the boy, right? So depending on your sentence, both of the situation can be correct. Now if we go by word, obviously we end up making mistakes. So we have to first understand why we would use a here and why we would use the here. Before that, it is important to understand the concept of all these three different articles clearly. So your articles can be categorized into two types: definite, and the other type of article is indefinite. So the definite article is the, and your indefinite article is a or an. Now definite articles, as the name suggests, are always used when your noun is definite or particular. When you are referring to a particular noun or a definite noun which you are sure of, then you would always use the article the. Of course, we will discuss the examples, but before that, indefinite articles would be used in the opposite situation. For example, if your noun is not definite or not particular, then you would go with a or an. So the key to this is to first identify your noun. Let's say we have a sentence here. I ate dash apple. If we look at apple here, apple is an indefinite noun, right? It is not a particular noun. So in this situation, we would not use the. The second thing is indefinite noun, right? However, we have two types of indefinite articles here, a or an. So a is always used when you have a consonant sound, and an is always applied to a vowel sound. Now in case of apple, a is a vowel sound. That is the reason the article will be an, and the correct method is to write it as I ate an apple. However, there may be a sentence, for example, let's look at the other kind of sentence here. In the second situation, I say dash apples are sweet. Now again, the noun is apples. However, this time it is a plural noun because we have added s at the end of the word. So it's a plural noun. The other thing is we have to identify whether it is definite noun or indefinite noun. Now if we go by this rule which we discussed in the earlier sentence, everybody would say that it is an indefinite noun. However, if we look at the complete meaning of the sentence here, it says dash apples are sweet. So always and always we should first read the complete sentence, understand in what context it has been written and what is the complete meaning. So this focuses on certain apples. Of course, not all the apples are sweet, right? The apples which are sweet, right, they have been referred to in this sentence. Now because these apples are sweet, they become particular noun. So in this scenario, apples are particular noun and always be used the when our noun is particular. So in this situation, we will apply the. Your correct sentence is the apples are sweet. So in this sentence it is an, however it is the here. Alright. So that is the reason we always ought to check about our noun first, whether our noun is definite or indefinite. One more rule I would like to bring to your notice, which we commonly are not aware. Your indefinite articles, which refers to a or an, they always are used with singular nouns. This rule will always be applied. So, for example, here I said I ate an apple. Apple is singular and at the same time there is a vowel sound. Also in this particular sentence, apple is a definite noun. So N is the right article here. But if I just write apples, then I would not apply any article, because in this situation I haven't defined these apples, or I haven't defined the noun here. So I cannot say that apples are particular or definite in this situation, because the context doesn't refer to them as definite. That is the reason the will not be applied if I just write apples. On the other hand, if you go for a or an, we have just studied that a or an are only and only used for singular nouns. So by that rule, we would not even be applying a or an. That means there will be no article in this situation. Alright. So when your noun is not definite and your noun is not even singular, it is not plural, it is just plural noun and indefinite noun, in those situations we never apply any article. The will always be used when your noun is definite, and singular or plural doesn't matter in this scenario, because the can be applied with plural as well as singular nouns. Then we come to indefinite articles. So indefinite articles will always be used when your nouns are not particular or they are indefinite. At the same time, the other condition to use a or an or the indefinite articles is that your nouns should be singular. Then only you can apply a or an. And of course, a and an are both indefinite nouns. So how do we understand whether to use a or an? For that, you have to refer to the sound, whether the word starts with the consonant sound or the vowel sound. I hope this lecture was clear and it helped you better understand articles. You may keep following our channel for any further updates on any parts of speech or grammar topics, and I would like you to please go ahead and subscribe this channel and like this video. Please share it as well. Thank you.